question. Why didn't you tell me I'm late? Things like why and where and how and who start question sentences. Jeremy won the game and shouted hooray. Okay, look at what you're holding up. Okay, now I said it like that, but Jeremy won the game and shouted hooray.
Hooray.
Hooray. Hooray. Yes, hooray. When you shout hooray or say wow, you get an exclamation point. Okay, let's go to the park and have a picnic tomorrow. Very good, a sentence with a period. Ouch, the stove is hot. Okay, ouch, the stove is hot. Or what do you think they're trying to say? If you burn yourself, you're gonna say, ouch, the stove is hot. Okay, I have one yes, correct. 2 exclamation points, very good. Do you have any money left in your pocket? Okay. Mark, do you have any money left in your... Okay, question. I won with the votes question and one that votes period. Question mark, what do you think? It's a question. Do you have? I'm asking you a question. Yeah, in fact, Mark, do you have any money in your pocket? No. Oh, me neither. Okay, last one. I stayed up past midnight reading the book. Yes, good job, guys. Good job. Thank you. You did a great job. So that is end punctuation marks, is what we call those. Okay, now we're going to have a quick discussion time. There's no right or wrong answers. It's just something to think about when we talk about meaning and communication. Why is punctuation important?
Because it gives us the answer.
The answer to what?
It gives us like periods.
Right, that's what punctuation is. We talked about in the beginning. Periods, commas, quotation marks, exclamation points, and question marks. Today we're specifically talking about the period, exclamation point, and question mark. What about when I changed this from a period to a question mark? How did punctuation change the meaning?
It changed it from like a question mark to a period because we should have had a period instead of a question mark.
In this case, yes, I wrote it so it was a period. But do you remember the example I gave where it would be, a question mark would be correct, but it was a totally different meaning?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like, what? My brother doesn't know how to swim? All these years I thought he could swim. That's different than you just telling somebody, my brother doesn't know how to swim. He's only 1. He hasn't learned yet, right? The meaning. So why is punctuation important? All these things you've been talking about and you punctuated the story so beautifully. Why is it important?
Because it tells us what to do and it gives us the right answer and the wrong answer.
Right, and I think by right answer and wrong answer, do you mean it helps us to understand the right and wrong meaning of what somebody's really saying? Maddie, what would happen if there was no punctuation?
It would sound like, yesterday I went to the store and went and got a bike.
Yeah.
And I got home and I wrote it. But if it didn't have a period, then it would be like saying you would have everything mixed up.
Right, so is it easier or harder to understand meanings with punctuation? With punctuation.
Easier.
Easier. And so is it easier or harder to understand without punctuation?
Harder.
Harder. You're like, what are they meaning? And it can even mean the opposite of what you try to say. Okay, great. So this is where I want to show you some funny things about punctuation and how it can change the meaning. Okay, now we're going to get to our cartoons.
Our cartoons now.
And our little meanings. Okay. Okay, I'm going to read these to you. See my little cartoon here? It says, let's eat grandma. And the grandma says, what? And then we put a comma in it. We added our punctuation, right? Let's eat, grandma. Punctuation saves lives. Because we don't really eat our grandmas, do we?
No.
No? Did that change the meaning?
Yeah.
Yes, it changed the meaning from calling grandma to dinner to grandma is dinner. Okay, this one. You might see this sign somewhere. Private. no visitors allowed. Somebody might have private property, right? Have you guys ever seen a sign like that? It says private, period. No visitors allowed. Okay, now we have our same words, private, no visitors allowed. And look, we've changed our punctuation. Private, no visitors allowed. So do these two things mean the same thing?
Yeah.
They don't.
No.
They don't. They have the same words, but this is saying keep out. But this one's saying come on in. And then it says, oh, the value of punctuation. Okay, next one. So those are where the exact same words meant the opposite thing by changing punctuation. Okay, this one is cute. Why we need commas. Because I like cooking dogs and kids is not the same as I like cooking dogs and kids. Ah, that would be scary. Run, dogs, run, kids. You don't want to be cooked. Okay. Here, someone is on the street. She says, help. Well, actually, she says, help a thief. And then who drives up?
A police.
A police car. And she says, or he says, yay. And then the policeman is helping the thief. Why aren't you arresting him? And the policeman says, commas, lady. So it's a she.
Commas, lady.
So you want to say help, comma, a thief. That means help. There's a thief, but she's saying help a thief. That means help the thief. No, we don't want to help the thief. So that one. Okay, here's my last one.
Oh, the minion one.
It's kind of similar. Okay. It says, let's eat boys. Do the minions look worried?
Yes.
Because they don't want to be what?
Eaten.
Okay, but let's put our comma, and it says, I think you mean let's eat boys. Yes, yes.
Let's eat.
Let's
Let's
eat.
eat boys, not eat the. Not
Right,
eat kids.
like let's go eat, boys. Like let's go have lunch. That's
Yeah.
similar to the grandma one. So I thought that was really fun. Those are really fun ways to explain how punctuation totally changes meaning. That one about the grandma one says punctuation saves lives.
Yeah.
So we know that we're gonna eat our meal, not eat our grandma. Okay, let me see what's next here. Okay, we had our discussion. You did a good job thinking about punctuation and why it was important. And you punctuated the wolf and the goat really well. So last, I am going to hand you out a piece of paper that has some punctuation marks on it. And this is something for you to keep. I have one for each of you. If you have a school notebook or binder, you can put it in and it'll help you. You can refer back to it. So in case you later you think, oh, I can't remember or I forget what they do, you can look back at it. It can remind you what they look at, what their names are, and what they do. So this is punctuation marks. This is a period. A period ends sentences. Periods tell us to pause when we read. This is an exclamation point. It is used to show strong feeling. This is a question mark. It goes at the end of a sentence that is asking a question. This is a comma. It is used for many things in a sentence. Some of those are when we write dates, addresses, items in a list, and greetings. And last, these are quotation marks. They are used to show when someone is talking. And you guys talked a lot about all of those. This will help you remember what each one is. You did a very good job engaging in the lesson. And that is actually the end of it. So thank you.